I will distill the language of the negative to burn you from your heart.
What's going on, guys? Sean here from Metal Insider. We are hanging out at New England Metal and Hardcore Fest up at the Worcester Palladium. We're talking to some of these bands about what their worst gigs were.
I am the one!
I'm Tim from For An Autopsy. This is Joe and Pat. We're going to talk about one of the worst shows I've ever played.
Ever.
He wasn't in the band at this point.
But it was the worst. He wasn't in the band, and it was the worst show that he's ever played, too.
So we were first on the package, and we got no sound check, no nothing. We ended up playing one song. The dude doing merch for Devil Driver runs up to the front of the stage and says, "Hey, you guys have no front of house."
Just sound from our amps.
So the only thing
No vocals.
that people heard was
Guitars.
our live cabs and drums. They didn't hear anything out of the PA system.
One of the first times we played in, I think it was Louisiana, me and our guitar player at the time, we had never tried frog legs. So we're like, all right, let's get some frog legs. And we also got some crawfish too. We kind of just were like, fuck it, do the whole thing. And they tasted good. It was all good. And then a few hours later, we played. And literally had 15 seconds left to go, and it just comes right up, throwing up on my double bass pedal. That was pretty rough.
We had a show that our drummer was out doing something, and our singer was sick, so I had to do guitar and vocals, and that sucked really bad. 'Cause I'm not used to doing that, and it was kind of a shit show. And then we went back to a hotel after the show. Things got weird. It's an all-around bad experience.
The worst type of gigs we've ever played would be anytime we've had to like open for someone in a big, environment and there was nobody there. And anytime when we were young kids where our bass player had to go around asking the patrons for $5 because literally nobody paid.
We couldn't even put the address on the flyer because it was in an abandoned warehouse.
Yeah, all condemned,
warehouse.
by the way.
In the middle of fucking nowhere. And
They did it.
underage kids everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
It,
They're rolling around their wheelie boards.
yeah, it was a weird time.
21st birthday, there was a tornado and also flash floods up and down every fucking highway leading to wherever this venue was. Like 20 people ended up showing up because you couldn't get there. All of the highways and everything was shut down. Long story short, our catering that night was pasta without sauce and one Little Caesar pizza.
So I think the worst show that we ever played was at this place every year for Halloween. They turn it into like a haunted house.
We thought it would be like us like playing inside the haunted house. Turns out we were playing outside. People just hated us and like we were uncomfortable and it was like dangerous and weird and
there was really bad electrical issues. There was like sparks and shit.
It was
plug grants.
Worst gig ever was in Sacramento, California. We were finishing off a tour. I think it was '97. Bailoff had pneumonia. Rick went off with his girlfriend, and we were kind of a mess at that time. And Rick didn't show up for the show, so we had people come on and do guest performances. We should have canceled the gig, but we tried to trudge on and do it anyway, and it was kind of a mistake. That's my memory of my worst show ever.